Originally formed while students at the University of Virginia, they swiftly grew into a dynamic live act, blending rock, folk, jazz, funk, and psychedelia with live improvisation, crowd engagement, and comic interludes. Since their inception, they've released over 100 original songs across 8 albums, 3 live albums, and 4 EPs within 9 years. Kendall Street Company. Hey guys, how we doing? Last we talked was last year. At the time, you were doing a bunch of singles. You were dropping a single every month, and you were hitting different genres with it. Not every time, not everyone being, a new, thing for you. You ended up releasing them as an album. Is that what happened? Did you put them all together?
Yeah, I mean, we had been writing and recording music we're always writing and recording music. We never stop writing and recording music. We're completely addicted. We should go to writing and recording music rehab, but that doesn't exist. You go to rehab, they tell you to write and record music is a great way to not do other things. So
Nashville, Brian, that's where you go.
You go to Nashville and then you get burnt out too much. But so we had some of these songs, and when you do an album, you like to do an album that's pretty cohesive and has, kind of widespread message or sound, right? Mm. So we had these songs and we decided, we were just getting this backlog. We were like, let's get them out. So we're going to release a single every month. And then Ben here kind of had this great idea to, put them all on a record.
Well, I adopted the idea from the Buzzcocks, who famously had the record Singles Going Steady, and we changed it to make a more jam thing, Singles Going Heady. But yeah, collection of all the singles we released last year so they're in one place.
And the album cover is like a direct parody of the Singles Going Steady album cover from the Buzzcocks also.
Nice.
None of the songs sound like the Buzzcocks at all.
Right. Foundational in the English punk rock scene, if anybody watching doesn't know. You did a collaboration with the German band Sauerkraut. Was that included on the album?
Yeah, Sauerkraut, of course. Those guys are phenomenal. They're from Germany, not sure where. And they have this thing, they go around playing this thing they call the Dave over there, which is kind of a portmanteau of day rave, right? But it saves you one syllable. They're very efficient over in Germany. So famous German efficiency. They just take that syllable out of there and it's the Dave, and they play the Dave. It's from dawn until dusk every day, one time every day. From dawn until dusk, they play the Dave, and they just play this one song over and over and over again because people are having so much fun fist pumping, that you don't need more songs. So they actually only have one song, but they're phenomenal. They tour around with us.
I can't believe we were able to get them on the record. It was really, really tough to do, but we did it.
I love it. So you guys did that, and then this year you're back with some more songs, and I must say that the last two really, I feel like you've gone and you've done it again. You've changed things up again. They don't really sound like anything else you did before. Can we talk about who wrote the two and what is happening next with them? Are we going to see an album with them on it?
I think we were just kind of dabbling in the pop country world for a little bit. I was the lead songwriter for those, and it was mostly just out of like hearing all these songs on the radio and it's us being like, why can't we do that? Toby Keith and all those guys, your Red Solo Cup classic. Yeah. We're like, why can't we write songs like this? The jam band world claims to be, so acceptive of all music. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
And it's like those guys writing that music, right? Like they're flying around in private jets and, the designer $1,000 boots. Like they're like, frankly, I would call them out. Like a lot of those guys are total posers, right? Like total posers. And so we were like, well, we can be posers too. That'd be fun and funny. So it's like a little ironic, but also it's just exactly what, if you turn on any pop hits country radio station, what 95% of that stuff is talking about the working man from their $5 million McMansion.
Right, the Gilded
Cage. Not that we have we're actually very poor. So we are actually much more. I mean, we're from Virginia, which is kind of country, but we're not from tumbleweed land and cornfield land, right? So it's a little different for us, but we're actually closer to that, much closer to that working man than a lot of those songs are. So it comes from that in a lot of ways, but it's just kind of like, yeah, we can do it. Why not do it? We were at the beach and everybody had matching towels. No, I'm just kidding. But we were at the beach and Ben just kind of started going into this thing, and we thought it was so funny, and we were just having a great time.
So that was some kind of party in here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then me and my lady came also after that. And
it's really cool. It's really a rocker there. I love the guitar in it. It's a cool song. If you're not careful, you might end up with a hit on your hands, and you know what happens then.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well on the stream, and I actually, like, a week into it, Lewis was like, "Hey, this song's doing well," and I was like, I hadn't even checked. I was like, "Oh my gosh, cool."
Yeah, and we went kind of widespread with it. We added that hand percussion and stuff that Ryan's playing on there too, and it kind of creates a bigger track. It's also maybe a little bit less directly ironic and funny compared to Some Kind of Party in Here, which is a little bit more joking. But I mean, both of them are kind of ironic. I mean, we would never generally write a song where the chorus is "Freedom is a Chevy pickup truck," but
right.
Speaking of which, our Chevy just broke down in the middle of South Carolina.
So how are you dealing with? You have a whole album of singles from last year. You have these 2 new ones. What are the set lists looking like with 100 originals?
It just varies night to night. A lot of times, like, people message us on Instagram or text or whatever, what have you, and request stuff, so we factor that in. And then we just like to mix it up. It's kind of, we don't go in with we have it go in with a song list on stage, and then it's kind of called from there, based on how we're feeling, how the audience is feeling. It's pretty cool.
And you have stuff that's going really well and kind of is more in rotation for a moment, and then stuff is more out of rotation. But then someone messages us and says, "Wow, I haven't heard this song in a while," and then we play it, and then you get back to it. Though it's funny with the number of songs that we have, sometimes you forget your song. Like, you remember it enough, but it takes like another few run throughs to like kind of remember how to do it. But it's
the first time,
kind of fun.
The first time is right. The first time's rough, and then the second time you're going to have been through it once. The muscle memory, I guess, comes back a little bit.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. Once you're back on it, it's usually pretty good. But for a second, you're like, I'm kind of scared to get back on the bike.
Has anything disappeared?
We for a while, the original studio ending of Space for Days we kind of forgot about, because we liked having it in an open space where it wasn't like a defined ending. But then I think Lewis maybe started playing it a few months ago randomly, and we were like, "Oh yeah, we missed that." This is the classic studio ending of Space for Days.
There are a few studio tracks we've like never played live, or almost never. We've only played once or twice, maybe at an album release show or something. Some of the tracks just lend themselves a little bit more to the studio. There's also a couple of older tracks with a phenomenal keyboard player, Andrew King, who was in our band until I think 2019, went to college with us, that he's the lead singer on, and we play those much less often, but still sometimes they kind of get out there. I think one of my favorites we've ever recorded is called "Where Did Your Light Go?" And that one's never been performed live to my knowledge.
No, I haven't.
Well, somebody's going to message you after watching this. Yeah, are you guys still recording at the studio with the goats outside? You had that one video with the goats in it.
That was for Say Hey. No, we haven't been there in a bit. We've been doing a lot of stuff in Virginia Beach with our go-to guy, Scott Gordon. And we did recently cut 20 songs that are kind of like folky, grungy. We're still figuring out what we want to do with it, but we got a couple singles ready that will maybe hint at that coming in the fall.
Yeah, we're figuring out how to package it and what we want to do with it, but we have more than enough for a record. And the idea with this one is record. So there's a record in the works. Me and my lady and Some Kind of Party in Here aren't on it. Those are just kind of standalone singles. This is a different kind of project, but so you'll start hearing some stuff from that pretty soon. And we've performed a few of them live. I think 16 Ounce World and Song for Colorado.
cool. Very nice. You should do like Jeff Tweedy. He's releasing a triple album.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see him. I think at the 9:30 Club in is that October? It's a Monday. I'm gonna be there.
Nice. I like that you're putting so these songs are out in some of the newer ones that you're recording for the country or the grungy album, folky grungy album, are being played live already, right?
Yeah, a few of them we haven't touched yet, but we're getting there.
Right. How is is his name Lenny the Lemon?
Lenny the Lemon. I got a Lenny right here. Sorry, I don't know, but on my screen, our screen is lagging like crazy. I hope it's not.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. It's going to a cloud.
Deal.
Right, it's going to a cloud. So it's going up.
Oh, it's going to a cloud. I love that. It's like ascending to the afterlife. Right. Is where the video is going. I'm just going to keep showing Lenny here.
So Lenny does still show up. I love that you guys do that. Have fun with that. Where did you guys a couple years ago, maybe for several years, you did a Virginia tour? Did we do that this year? Where you played
the Lovers Tour. The Kendall Street is for Lovers Tour. We do every year. We'll do kind of a residency around Virginia, and we'll pick like 4 or 5 or 3 cities depending on the year, and we'll play every week in February, which is kind of like the theme.
But this year is going to be different. So we've got a strategy for what we're going to do, but we're on Jam Cruise, which is the first couple weeks of January, pretty much February, pretty much. And so we're going to have to restructure the last couple months, so it might not be as long this year. Yeah,
it'll be a different Lovers Tour. It'll still be the Lovers Tour. The concept is still there, right. And it's really fun because we'll do a theme every show or every week where we encourage people to dress up, and sometimes we have little party favorites. This year we had little kind of totems for one of the weeks that you could wear that glowed in the dark, and inflatables and stuff like that. So try to make the shows extra fun and unique because it's a residency. You want people to come back week after week. And
congratulations on getting on the Jam Cruise. What was that process like?
Our team just came to us at the offer. We're like, yeah.
I mean, we're with Regime Management and Pivotal Booking, and so all heads and hands on deck, and you just kind of get it. You hopefully get it in. We've been trying. We've been trying to get on that festival for a while. The behind the scenes process is, I try not to get too over involved in it. I'm probably overly involved anyway, but it's super cool. I'm super excited to get on a boat and go to the Caribbean and swim, and this year's it's during the Super Bowl, so there's like a big Super Bowl watch party on a boat. Like I get to go home and tell all my friends I saw the Super Bowl from a boat.
Yeah, Medeski, Martin, and Wood's going to be on there.
Oh yeah, I was going to say Medeski, Martin, and Wood are back. Fishman's going to be there. Maybe you get Fishman.
Yeah, all that.
I'm so stoked for Medeski, Martin, and Wood. That's one of my favorite acts that I've seen before. I saw him the first time at Bonnaroo when I was in college, right around when the band was starting, and us as a band was starting. They had been a band for a while with John Scofield, and it was just a mind-blowing show. I had to miss some of Kendrick Lamar's set to see Medeski, Martin, Scofield, and Wood, and it was 100% worth it. As great as
right. Choices we have to make sometimes.
I know that one's really hard with the choices.
Right, Bonnaroo said they're coming back next year. They announced today, but it's going to be smaller. Yeah, they're going to have less camping, so people aren't in a swamp. Where are we? Where are we going to be able to catch you guys the rest of the summer?
Well, I live in Charlottesville, near the Charlottesville airport. So you can just come over to my house. You and any of your listeners, viewers, if anyone wants to come over, I just got a grill. I haven't done a lot of grilling, but I just got one and I need some practice. So if you want to come say hey, DM me for my address, phone number, social security number.
Our next big Virginia shows are Jam-Packed Festival in Richmond. And I don't know if this will be announced by the time it's coming out, but we're headlining the Jefferson on Saturday, October 18th. And that's going to be a big one.
Nice.
Yeah, and I know we're booked for. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know when this is airing. Maybe this is in the past. We're doing Trout Stock, and I mean, we got a handful more. Just check out our tour, kendallstreetcompany.com/tour, or just go to kendallstreetcompany.com, hit the hamburger button, hit tour, or just Google Kendall Street Company tour, and then click the link to kendallstreetcompany.com/tour.
It'll pop up. How is kendallstreetcompany.com where I'm going to get the album? You guys on Bandcamp? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, we're on all the major DSPs. That's like, Spotify, iTunes, anything like that. You can also listen to a lot of the music on our website. We do have a members only area where you can subscribe and the money all comes to us. It's like $8 a month, and you get access to like all of our live shows that are also on Nugs. But also some live shows that aren't on Nugs. You get early access to studio recordings that are coming out a few weeks before they're released. We'll put them on our website in that members area, and you can actually get a month free. So some people will just sign up so they can hear the new song and then unsign up and then do it again. And we have no problem with that because why not? But you can kind of access pretty much everything about us that you need to find on the website. And a lot of the stuff is on SoundCloud as well. So it's all linked in with the website and you can stream stuff through there too. But if you have, whatever you use, I guess it's not called iTunes, it's called Apple Music now. So Apple Music or Tidal or
but we can get
stuff.
merch. We can actually get merch there too. You guys have physical copies of some of your stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some CDs of some of the stuff. We have records of some of the stuff. We're not such a large operation. We can keep a huge backstock of a bunch of things, burning a hole in our pockets. So, stuff comes and goes. So you kind of got to grab it when you want it. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff, and also all sorts of cool little goodies. We just ordered custom guitar picks with Lenny's face on them that we all signed. We have custom Kendall Street Company prophylactic carriers with one brand prophylactics inside. So we like our fans to practice safe sex because nothing again. It's great to have kids if you want to have kids, and you can come to the show with kids. But the fewer kids you have, the more time you have to spend money on tickets to our show.
Right, exactly. So, I was saying today I'll probably never see Fish again because I have kids, and they priced me out of the market.
It's not that you have the responsibility of the kids, it's just that you have to purchase another ticket.
No, I have to purchase just one with having two kids. Kids are expensive, trust me. It is not cheap. They don't help pay the electric bill, put it that way.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
We're going to put some links. We'll put a bunch of links down in the description there. And anything else you guys want to throw out before we wrap up?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, thanks for having us. This was a cool time. We'd be happy to come back again or loop in some of the other guys or however you want to do it. But happy to talk music, talk Kendall Street Company, talk whatever. Talk. Great band. Talk. We can talk.
Yes, I remember them. All right, hold on for a minute. I'm going to run an outro. When I stop the recording, it takes a minute for the cloud to catch up. So,
all right.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.